obviously lots of talent here. I mean, she's just showing me front pose. I'm sure I got lots of footage.
The pose?
The pose, there we go. Hey everybody! Welcome to Utah. Hopefully the sun comes out while we're here because you can't see it, but there's mountains everywhere. And I'm a Florida boy, so there's no mountains where I live, so it's exciting. But we're here in another part of the world to see girls in bikinis.
In the snow.
Dude,
sounds fucking fun.
That would be some cool pictures if there was snow. I think it all melted.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something really cool, and your people are gonna like this.
Right.
Okay, so I used to bartend in clubs in DC, and there was this rooftop bar that I bartended at, and it was snowing one day, and they literally made us bartend in fucking bikinis in the snow.
Was there like a heater?
No, it was just in the snow with big fluffy boots and bikinis, and it was actually pretty cool because people were having like snowball fights.
I'm sure
and
you
stuff.
made some money that night.
Oh yeah, and we were making like drinks with the snow, which was probably not sanitary, but so it was a good life. But anyway, having flashbacks.
All right, well today we're gonna train at Blue Mountain Barbell in, I guess it's Salt Lake City, or I don't know where we're at. And then, yeah, I'll get some video of the girls just like we did a couple weeks ago for the Clash. Same kind of concept. The day before the show, you can see the fake tan. Turn your face to the side. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Alien.
That's before the makeup goes on. And then just a light little circuit workout today. We'll check out the conditioning. Food's going up, cardio's down.
Weight's so dropping.
Yeah.
Confused. Quite confused.
Why don't we prep like this the whole time? All right, let's go work out. All right, guys, so here we are once again, one day out from the IFBB Bikini Pro Stage. This week's show is called the Wasatch Warrior. It's in Salt Lake City. I had never been to downtown Salt Lake City for anything more than a brief minute for work, so I was really excited about this trip. And so here we have Anne-Marie Lawrence, who you saw in her pro debut at the Clash show a few weeks ago. And then in the background, we have Jessica. Now Jessica's making her pro debut, just like Anne-Marie did a few weeks ago. And then I had one amateur client, and this is Justina Gibson. So yeah, the focus here on Friday, as we've talked about before, just a nice light workout. When I'm there in person, it's nice to see what the girls look like, how they're filling out. The purpose of peak week is to put the body in a position to be able to fill out, look fuller, look harder, feel great. And what's really fun is I hadn't met Jessica in person. And so meeting Jessica in person, you know, her personality is just, it's really big, a lot like Anne-Marie's, and really positive. And, you know, they were having a good time and a good laugh. And that's something I like to see. You know, some competitors can get really kind of stressed leading into a show. They get very affected by the show itself. You know, we have a job to do. We've put in a lot of work, and some people can get kind of overwhelmed by that. But Jessica, you know, she kept it loose, just like Anne-Marie does. And I think that's a benefit to the competitor when you can just take a step back and have a laugh at yourself and enjoy it. So, yeah, we just wanted to get some blood in every part of the body. And then the goal was to head back to their place to go over some posing, any last minute adjustments. Now, this is the first time that I had been at a show with Jessica, but she had been posing with Deraja Hill. And so I wanted to see her poses in person. I actually FaceTime with Deraja while we were doing that. And so we just had, this is the Airbnb that Jessica was staying in. So I got her and Anne-Marie in the light. We got to look. You see the hip detail there. These are the things I'm looking for as a coach on the last day, how we're adding food. Here is Jessica, you know, at her pro debut, getting her number, getting her picture taken, doing all the things that you get to do as a pro. J.M. Mannion, who is the photographer for the IFBB and the NPC, was there taking pictures. So all their pictures are now on NPC News Online. Yeah, you see Jessica's just having a good time, and this is great. This is what it's all about, being a pro. It's not just like they don't throw a number at you and say good luck tomorrow. It's a process. This is actually Anne-Marie signing her contract to compete at the Pittsburgh Pro with Attila, who I believe just announced her retirement from competing. She is now a judge. She was test judging, or she was judging at the IFBB show. Here we are. We found our way onto the stage the day before the show. Now, the reason we do this is because if you see the flooring, it helps to know what kind of a surface you're going to be on. It helps to map out where you're going to walk. You see those cracks. We've had some problems with walking in the past. So you see Anne-Marie there decided to stay on the left side of the break between the stage because the heels they wear can actually kind of get caught in some of those things and you can stumble. Then we headed back for one final check-in. This was how I determined how much food. I believe Anne-Marie ended up on Friday with 350 grams of carbs. She was at 300 on Thursday. So we walked them up every single day. What I'm looking for here is glute fullness and detail. And actually, I thought she was just a little bit flat, which you'll see tomorrow. You'll see how that improved. Here's Jess. She's already got a coat of protein on. And so same thing with her. Good hip detail and pretending she still has her hair on, which is, it's good to see. So, all right, guys, welcome to show day. It's about 7:30, 8 a.m. My plan right now is to walk and get some breakfast. Show starts around 10 a.m. for amateurs, pros around noon. And I just wanted to leave the hotel. It says it's 36 degrees out. I have a light coat on and this scarf, and I'm fine. I feel like the humidity here must be really low, because if it was 36 in Florida, I'd be dying. But yeah, I'm gonna walk to get breakfast, and I want to try to find this view for you guys. It is beautiful today, and there's mountains everywhere. So I'll get some shots of that. Lots of footage from the day, but I gotta say, downtown Salt Lake City, cool vibe. Really, lots of cool little spots to go to. Obviously, I'm not here long enough to enjoy them all. The hotel venue for the show is amazing. So, lots to come. Beautiful day. Got a good feeling. Good things ahead. All right. So here is Justina, second from the left. This is the master's class at the Wasatch Warrior, the NPC portion of the show. And I feel Justina, our conditioning can still come down a little bit, but her shape and muscularity is very good. So we're going to continue on this season, and I think we're going to do some great things. I loved her overall look. Her stage presence, her poise was wonderful. So a little bit more conditioning, and we're going to be good to go. And here's Jess, who is, she's got a lot of muscle. She's gorgeous, as you can see, and conditioning is very good. So I had high hopes for her pro debut. You never want to get too caught up in, what the judges are going to do, but she's somebody that I think has a ton of talent for this sport. You see how comfortable she is just in her own skin. And that comes across on stage. So I was very excited to get her up there. And this is group comparisons. So for this show, they brought everybody out in the first groups just in numerical order. So I think it was groups of 8. Is that 8 up there? I don't remember. And then what they're doing here is they're just comparing. They're looking side by side and they're comparing to see who should be in the first call out. So if you look at Anne-Marie in the center, she's the tall one in the teal suit, blue teal, and the girl to her right, Ashlyn Little, or her left, is a perennial contender. She's always in the top callouts. So here is Jessica Sedar making her pro debut in the group comparisons, and right off the bat, just look at her. For a pro debut, I got very excited just to see that, the shape, the muscularity, the beauty, all the things. I feel like we're going to make some tweaks. We got some good feedback from the head judge, and we're going to bring it in and be very, very competitive at some shows in the near future. She got third call-outs at this show. Out of 40 competitors, I think she placed somewhere in the 18 to 20 range. So, top half, but I think the amount of talent she has means we'll be able to make a big climb. This was Anne-Marie's individual, and seeing this actually got me super excited. She was really on. Wait till you see the glutes from the back. They're really filled out and are full and hard and fantastic. And that is my friend Jasmine Gonzalez. She always keeps it fun. She's out there rooting for all the girls. Here's Jessica's individual routine. She's just got the smolder. She's just makes great eye contact. Looks very confident and comfortable. And that's not always the case. I've coached a lot of girls who go from the amateur to the pros, and that individual routine that you get that's up to a minute long, it's not the most comfortable thing for everybody. And here's where I think the conditioning could be a little bit better. You see her glutes are really starting to come in, but I feel like we could come down a little bit more. And then what that allows you to do is the leaner you are, the more aggressive you can be with carbohydrates and really fill out the muscle bellies without the risk of softening up at all. And so that's essentially how we ensure our peaking is as good as it can be. Now, a bit disappointed, not in Anne-Marie, but in her placing. She was not in that top 6 call out, which, after placing 7th, you always want to move up. Now, this show was bigger, quite a few extra competitors at this show. And, we made some adjustments that the judges requested, and I felt her upper body was not as filled out. If you look at the girls, the shoulders, Anne Marie's shoulders were not as filled out. Now, we do think that she perhaps got to pumping up a little bit too early, and then they had the girls wait around for about 45 minutes. But I feel like she still has room to peak a little bit better. We're going to do some things before her next show. She has a few weeks. And from the back, if you look at her shoulders there. So I think, it may be a posing issue. But overall, from head to toe, I thought she was slightly better than she was at the Clash. And that's what we were going for, a better overall package. Placings in the pros don't always reflect how great your package that you bring to the stages. And then this is Jessica and her call out. And as I said, she was in third call outs. So there was 6 and then 8, so 14 in the first 2 call outs. So this is basically, 15 through 20 up there. So, she finished somewhere. I think they actually moved her out a little bit. Her conditioning from the back, I felt like it was better than some and not as good as others. So if you want to see probably the look we're going for, as they pan over the girl in the light blue bikini, that's the light, green, teal, mint over there on the right. You can't see it right now, but that's kind of the look we're going to be going for conditioning wise when it comes to her next show, and really coming in full. That's the look they love.
Welcome, not everyone's as tall as you.
Oh, well, I don't know what you want me to do. I'll stand straddle like
Power
this.
stone.
Yeah.
Power stand.
So we're here in Salt Lake City.
Yes, I've never been.
Well, I've been, but it's been years ago. But this is an amazing venue, first of all.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it's so fancy.
So your journey's kind of a different one. This is 4 years almost since you competed.
November it would have been 4 years.
Yeah.
Since, so it's technically kind of 3.5 since I've been on stage.
And that was her pro card win.
Yep, Miami Nationals 2017. I won my class.
Yeah. So.
And haven't been on stage since.
I can't remember who won the overall at that show. What coach? Oh yeah. But I was very excited when Jess reached out to me because obviously lots of talent here. I mean, she just showed me front pose. I'm sure I got lots of footage.
The pose?
The pose, there we go. The signature cedar. The cedar side.
Yeah.
You call it the cedar side?
The cedar side.
But it's been a fun journey because it was a different prep for you, right? Like,
oh, night and day.
A little bit more carbs. I don't know. Just a different.
Literally the opposite of everything I did.
Yeah.
Like, was just, and it definitely messed with my head a little because I thought I knew what prep was supposed to be, and then you came in and did this whole different. I think I heard of people prepping that way, and I was like, damn, like I wish I could do it that way, and I could.
Well, so this is your pro debut, and I mean, no eating disorders, and you're excited to keep competing, right?
Yeah, I mean that's probably the biggest difference is I was able to get over my eating disorder of 7 years to finally get here. So
well, the thing that I love is making this sport sustainable.
Yes.
And winning. Like we're still coming for some wins.
Oh yeah, but it's all about health is such a huge priority now in this prep, and that's new for me.
Well, I mean, honestly, like you got to get the buy-in from your significant others. If your boyfriend was like, okay, I don't like you right now because you're prepping.
Yeah.
It's not going to be sustainable.
No. Exactly.
So I think, the exciting thing for me is we're going to get some feedback tonight. Mm-hmm. We're going to take our lumps as a pro.
Yes.
Third call outs at a show of about 40 girls. So
and a huge lineup. So
you're in the top half.
Of Olympians.
But yeah, the first call out was all Olympians.
All Olympians.
So we'll get feedback and then we'll
we're
see
going.
what's next.
We are, whatever's next.
Yeah.
We are doing it.
We're going for the Olympia this year. I think
yes.
she has the talent and we will get her there.
We will.
So, what else? Any other thoughts? A lot of feelings doing your first show in a couple years?
Yeah. Oh man. I mean, it was fun, but I think I was very humbled, if that makes sense. It's so different than amateur level.
Oh yeah.
It's like
pro shows. Oh my god.
And to see all the girls that I've been following for years, and I'm like,
yeah,
oh, that's
like
her.
That's
her.
I
was like, I know. I was like, oh my gosh. But it was amazing. I had so much fun, and granted, it wasn't the outcome I wanted, but I kind of knew that going in. So now I'm even more motivated, I think, to just hit the ground running.
Well, good. Well, I'm excited to have you here, and I can't wait to see what we do next.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye.
More to come. For the night show, the girls that did not place top 10 only came out and hit a front pose. So Anne-Marie finished 12th, and so she didn't get to do her full routine again. But I wanted to see how she was looking at night. I do think she looked a lot better at the night show at this show than she did at the Clash. So, you got to take your lumps in the pros. You got to learn and come back better, and we're absolutely doing that. Jessica, again, just comes out to hit her front pose. But, the thing I'm looking for as a coach here is she's so comfortable on stage and she looks like a natural up there. And so we're going to be able to do some great things this year. Didn't get a whole lot of footage after this. I want to congratulate Ashley Kaltwasser on her 23rd pro win, and Coach Adam. They're friends of mine and they did awesome. And then, the girls having a little bit of fun, and thanks to Robin and the entire team at the Wasatch Warrior. And I'll see you guys at the next show. Pittsburgh Pro, here we come.